Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we are gonna go ahead and get started here and just waiting for a hand to go up. Just 1 second. All right, we're gonna get started here with Matt.
Hey, Mitch. Obviously, struggled for much of the game just to, get the ball over the goal line. I mean, how thrilled are you guys to have a game like this where, you're struggling, but in the end, you get your defense that shows up and has such a huge day for you?
I can't say enough about what the defense did for us today. They really put us in some advantageous situations. Like you said, for us, we're pretty disappointed in ourselves that we didn't put it in the end zone. I know there's quite a few plays I'd like back myself. For us, it's job is scoring points and a lot of pressure on our young kicker. And that's not fair to him. So for us, it's just learning from our mistakes and going from there.
And for you guys, if you could, I know it's just happy you didn't watch the tape, but when you're able to move the ball with the kind of effectiveness that you had, offensively, I mean, you had over 400 yards of offense. What was happening where it wasn't, you just weren't able to finish drives?
Yeah. We've been excelling in red zone productivity up to this point, and we had a really tough go in the red zone, and I came away with 3 instead of 6, and we're lucky that our defense really did play a great football game. Proud of them, proud to be a part of the team with them, and we just have to do better.
Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, Mitch, it's Jay with the Buffalo News. Tyler Bass obviously had sort of an up and down game. Just what are your emotions when he's going out there for a kick, and what were you guys saying to him on the sideline? And have you ever seen anything like that where a rookie kicker is called on that much and just has such big swings?
I know the type of player Tyler Bass is. He's a good football player. We have the utmost confidence in Tyler Bass. He's a young player, and like I said before, we put him in some really tough situations. And in the end, he won us the game along with our defense. So, it's a tough deal to go out there and have to put up that many points with your leg. I'm sure we all have a lot to learn from this, but for us, I think putting him in less stressful situations, especially a young guy, will be helpful. And I think we can do that, and we'll learn from this film and go from there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mitch, Jenna Cottrell in Rochester. You mentioned the fact that you guys are going to have some takeaways and things that you need to work on. I guess what, in your mind, is the biggest takeaway from this game?
I think finishing drives. Finishing drives is the biggest thing, and touchdowns. That and kind of going back to the fundamentals, the basics. Miscommunications a few times on the offensive line side. We can do better in that regards. So a lot to learn from this game, a lot to come back, and we'll have a great week, a great challenging week for another divisional opponent who's quite good.
Just in terms of those red zone struggles, like what wasn't clicking for you guys?
Everything. So I know there's not one thing. I think it was just a slew of certain things, whether it be penalties or getting the quarterback hit or rushing that. I know for me, my stance, I could do a lot better protecting the QB. So it's a terrible feeling for that to fall on you as an offensive lineman to see your quarterback getting crushed because you either had a miscommunication or just bad technique. So we'll learn from it, and we'll go from there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mitch, Thad Brown in Rochester. You talked about the tough spot you guys put Tyler Bass in from time to time, and he had such a roller coaster day, a miss, then a bunch of long makes, then another miss. Was there anyone talking to him on the sideline, kind of helping him through this game mentally? I know you guys do this a lot when it comes to Josh Allen or young guys on defense. With a kicker, was that opportunity today?
Yeah, there were guys doing that for us. I can only speak for myself. I was trying to make adjustments with my coach on the sideline. so that we didn't have to put him in those positions. So, yeah, I think we're all going to learn a lot from this game. I know Tyler will as well. Like you said, he had some really great kicks and some ones he probably went back, but that's our kicker. So, we don't point fingers on this team except for intrinsically, and I can point the finger at myself quite a bit to do better.
Is it hard for a team to rally around a kicker just because of the practicality of what you're doing on the sideline? When you're not on the field, you're working on your own thing, whereas the kicker's obviously on the field at different times. And how impressed were you with the way he kind of navigated his day mentally, as a guy who's playing Game 7 in his NFL career?
Yeah, I thought he did a fantastic job navigating it mentally. He put the ball in when we needed it to. I think that last kick's a testament to that. Put us in a position to put some pressure on the opposing offense. Yeah, I think guys would rally around him, but like you said, we were really just trying to make adjustments ourselves. So for us, that was the biggest thing.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mitch. Matt Fairburn here. Curious what the emotions were like yesterday when you found out the news about Dawson and some of the other tight ends, and just getting ready to jump on a plane and hearing that news.
We have the utmost faith in our training staff and the protocol the NFL's put us in with the trackers and stuff. So we understand that this is something that can happen throughout the year. I thought we made critical adjustments. And in the end, we still have a few days before we see if everything takes care of itself. You know how this thing goes. I thought we did a very good job with that. And it's unfortunate that a guy tested positive, but we understand that's a possibility. So we have to move on and go from there.
You mentioned your kicker there and the defense kind of won this one for you. Just the last 3 weeks, the offense hasn't quite been what it was in the first month of the season. No, you're not going to put up 40 every week, but what do you do to get the confidence back that seemed to be there in the first month?
I think it's more executing, getting down to execution, understanding, there's been some similar things the defenses have thrown at us these last few weeks, understanding what we need to do to score points. And it's just all comes down to execution. Like I said, for me, pretty disappointed in how a few things played out for myself. And I put my guys in some disadvantageous situations. So a lot to work on. Finally, hopefully have a 7-day week to kind of rest the bones and get ready for also, I think Greg Williams' defense is a good defense. I think, it's just a really good defense, and kudos to them. They execute their game plan very well. But for us, we have a lot of work to do coming up on a very tough divisional opponent.
Thank you, Mitch.
You're welcome.
All right, Mitch, you're good to go. Thank you.